The Wilds, the hit social experiment show, which aired back in December 2020, was renewed for a second season shortly after season 1 was released. The second season has seen some delays, however, and it now seems that fans will have to wait a little longer for the second installment of the survival drama. Stay with us, as today we're discussing some of these delays amongst other things we know about the show. First up, where did we leave off with season 1? So as we found pretty early on in the series, the girls are taking in an involuntary social experiment with the aim of seeing how people react in a survival situation. They're being monitored by a group of shady adults, which has kind of a Squid Game vibe to it, and are also known as the Dawn of Eve girls, which has obvious links to the Bible. When we saw that the girls weren't alone, project-wise, and that there was a simultaneously project running somewhere else, featuring all boys. We find out about the male project when Leah escapes as the girls are being interviewed by FBI agents. She sneaks out of her cell, and we see a screen which shows the guy's project and a file revealing the name, the Twilight of Adam. We also know that Rachel loses a hand in a shark attack in the finale, but she ultimately survived the attack. What did you make of the season 1 finale and the first season in general? Let us know below. Next, what's causing the delay for season 2? The Wild season 2 was announced just after the first season dropped on the 19th of December 2020 via a video on Instagram in which the cast of the show had appeared. The guys teased fans for a little while by saying, "Should we tell them? I don't know if they're ready. Haven't you heard the news? I think we should tell them. You sure? Together? Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're headed back for season 2. Back then, which is well over a year ago, no one would have guessed we'd be still here in 2022, no season 2 at all. The idea was for the show to be with us before the end of 2021, but fans will have to wait a little longer, we're afraid. This season has seen a load of delays, not least due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We thought it might make a sneak return over the Christmas break, but that wasn't to be. Right now, there's no word on when exactly the second installment will be with us, as TV heads had predicted it would mirror 2020's release of September, but here we are 16 months later still waiting. This is a common pattern with Amazon shows, however, and they usually take between 14 and 18 months between their show seasons, so this, coupled with the pandemic, could mean we're still a while off from seeing season 2. We do know the show is in post-production though, so it shouldn't be too long now. What can we expect from season 2 then? Stay with us to find out. It's a pretty crazy twist to the season 1 finale, which we discussed earlier. We found out that the Dawn of Eve project was not the only one running, and there was a similar male-dominated project known as the Twilight of Adam, which seemed to be going a little more swimmingly, shall we say. Is this because there's generally a little less, bitchiness between guys? Who knows? Also, we want to know where exactly the guys are. Are they on a separate island altogether, or just a different part of the same island the girls are inhabiting? Will we find out what happened to the other members of Dawn of Eve? Fans are also eager to learn what happened to Nora, played by Helena Howard, who has recently learned that her old boyfriend died in a hazing accident. And how is Rachel healing up after losing her hand to the shark? Also, how about Martha? Is she alive? Is Nora alive? We need answers, guys. Hopefully the second season will address these issues. What direction would you like to see the second installment of The Wilds go in? Let us know in the comments below. Let's discuss the season 2 cast now. Stick around. The season 2 announcement for our favorite survival show suggests that our main core of ladies will be returning for the second season, but what about the Twilight of Adam? We know the second season will be focusing on the guys who are also a part of the experience, as well as developing the story of the Dawn of Eve. It'll be interesting to see if the guys and gals will actually share any screen time in season 2, or if they'll keep them separated. This brings us onto the guys. Zach Calderon will play Rafael Garcia, a type B personality who would rather follow than lead. Aiden Lepret plays Henry Tanaka, a recluse who prefers his own company than that of anyone else. Nicholas Coombe plays the talkative Josh Herbert, a rich kid who is slightly awkward. Charles Alexander will portray Corinne O'Connor, an angry young jock type who doesn't suffer the weaker kids easily. Miles Gutierrez Riley will be playing Ivan Taylor, who's an arty type, witty and fashionable, the latter serving no use whatsoever in his current predicament. Reed Shannon plays Scotty Sims, an intelligent kid with an entrepreneurial streak. Scotty's friend Bo Leonard will be portrayed by Tanner Ray Rook, and Alex Fitzlin will be joining the cast to play the funny and charismatic Seth Novick. We can't wait to introduce these guys. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on screen? More Amazon Prime news now, starting with the first canceled show of the year. Stay tuned. Back in the late 90s, there were a slew of teen slasher movies, Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer being just a couple of them. In its latter, which Amazon Prime decided to turn into a series, which they have now canceled. We can report that the show hasn't been renewed for a second season after just 8 episodes of season 1. It's not entirely surprising, however, as the reception it received was tepid at best. I mean, the film wasn't exactly a classic, so returning this one into a full series probably wasn't entirely necessary. It received a pretty poor 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, which doesn't bode well when you're asking bosses to renew your show. The original featured teen star Sarah Michelle Gellar alongside alongside John Mayer's old flame Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., and although it wasn't exactly considered movie royalty, it was pretty popular at the time. It spawned a couple of terrible follow-ups, and the TV reboot wasn't great either. Fun fact, the movie was actually based on a novel of the same name, written by Lois Duncan in 1973. Did you watch the show or the movie? What did you make of the TV version? Let us know below. Some release news from the Amazon Prime Video platform now. The guys over at Amazon Prime Video have recently released some pretty big shows and movies, some of which are newer arrivals and others absolute classics. Added to their catalog are movies like The Counselor, starring Michael Fassbender and Brad Pitt, and older shows such as Coyote Ugly and Dead Poets Society. There are also more modern titles such as The Grand Budapest Hotel and Tinker Tailor, Soldier, Spy. The full list of Amazon Prime Video's new releases can be found online, so feel free to have a look at the full list for yourselves. News of Prime Video's all-star lineup for Last One Laughing Canada now. It was revealed earlier today, January 12th, that the original series, LOL, Last One Laughing Canada, will be dropping on February 18th this year. The star-studded cast, including legendary comedic talent such as Carolina Rhea, Deborah Giovanni, Dave Foley, John Lejeune, Tom Green, Mae Martin, Colin Mockery, Brandon Ash Mohammed, Andrew Fung, and K. Trevor Wilson will be available worldwide. The show will see 10 comedians take on each other in some weird and wonderful competitions where literally anything can happen. They'll have to make each other laugh, but not laugh themselves, in a bid to oust each other from the house. The winner will be presented with a $100,000 check for a charity of their choice, which we think is great. Head of Canadian Originals over at Amazon, Christian Wayne, said, "Our first local Amazon original followed Canada's passion for hockey. We're excited to follow up that success with another area of Canadian excellence, comedy. Our commitment to Canadian audiences continues with an LOL that features a star-studded cast and unforgettable moments." Sounds great. Will you be tuning in to The Last One Laughing? If so, which comedian are you most excited to see? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you have any recommendations for a hidden gem on Amazon Prime, feel free to share that below too. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to swing by next time for some more fun and games. Also, why not do us a favor and share this video with any fans of the Wilds you know of. Bye guys.